I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Lawrence on the move to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And here's Marshall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising.
And he lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakim. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any of...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as well.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Pirates.
On first down, Sewell. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
19 Tiger.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Marshall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go!
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lawrence will throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now Marshall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
He's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. They'll run for it with Marshall. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
The connection made. It's Graham. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
It's Graham again with a catch, just like the last play. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19. On the ball.
To throw on second down. Sewell. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this 1st half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
To throw again is Lawrence.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Lawrence. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Lawrence.
Touchdown! Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Sewell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Sewell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Come on. 18
On 1st and 10. Sewell. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Throwing on first down. Sewell. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 101 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it, because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window. Timing was great there and a big run.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Sewell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On fourth down, Sewell. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll run with Marshall. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, block it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Sewell.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mustang 19. Cut 19. Cut 19. Shot 50. Shot 50. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Lions. 19 right. Hurt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run for it with Connor. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
For Marshall, that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Marshall. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successful, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Stevens.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Marshall. 3 quarters have come and gone. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
On play action, Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On 2nd down now, it's Marshall. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Patterson.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Sewell finds his running back, James Conner. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up. Plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10
at the 40.
Now Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Stevens.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jalen Naylor.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun, Sewell. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Half the 60, half the 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Set. On the ball. On the ball.
Here's Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
His man complete. That's Stevens. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He's been crossed midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cards, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.